Welcome back. So, as always, we're just going to do a raw one take where we're going to talk about life, business, and just do a recap of the week, the successes, the accomplishments, all that kind of stuff. So, this week was pretty good in terms of the businesses or I guess business if you want to call it. With last week or a couple weeks ago, we did the accountability calls and we started kicking those off. And the biggest thing I noticed from just starting those is it's actually helped me to not only stay accountable, but it has really helped me to stay on track with what I'm actually doing. Because in the past, if I hadn't um, actually had somebody to hold me accountable, I got really distracted really easily. So that's been super super helpful in terms of keeping myself accountable to actually the things that I put on there and not get distracted. Let's see. Overall, on Email Emu, we got 11 new signups this week, which is cool because it was a little bit stagnant for a little while. Let's see. We started some work on new email campaigns, so went through and broke down some email campaigns from other SaaS companies in the space to see how they were doing that, how they were doing welcome sequences, things like that. So that is a work in progress. That is going to be a couple week project because we can't rush that. Let's see. Also, um, started putting together and finished up some ICP work. So ideal customer profile, talking and figuring out who the target customer is and how we cater to them. So I finished up some of that work and then I got the draft together for some of the positioning and the targeting and how we go after that specific audience. Had more interviews with potential co-founders. It's getting really hard, honestly. Had another great interview with a younger guy about to graduate Harvard, and so that sounds like he'd be a super exciting opportunity for him, and um, also would have a lot of energy. So that's like a interesting prospect there. Um, let's see. I rewrote my cold calling script because I had mixed results over the last week or so. And I just felt like it wasn't flowing well. So I wanted to go ahead and rework that. I did make 50 cold calls, so I upped the ante this week, which is great. I've also noticed since doing these more and more of these cold calls, I think this week when I hit Friday maybe, uh, this was like the most traction I've gotten. So I may head down that hole a little bit more, knowing that Friday got the most amount of traction for me. So that is something I'm going to go down. The also thing that I noticed is officially this week was the first time where cold calls haven't been scaring me. I think I've finally desensitized myself to the rejection of the call. So my heart doesn't sink or my stomach doesn't initially drop when I make the phone call anymore. It's kind of just I know I'm probably not going to get through to half of them. Going to get a shitload of no's, a lot of rejections. So that's been it was nice that I have powered through that initial piece. Um, let's see. I got an SEO blog up, which I hadn't done in a couple of months, just because I had an SEO agency running, and now I'm moving over to me doing that myself. So I got that up and running. And let's see. Oh, and then I had another potential co-founder actually that I've been talking with for a few weeks, where we might work on a separate project together because he's looking for somebody to help him. So it might just be fun to try out something on the side that might be an interesting piece, and to do that. And so yeah, I mean, I think overall this week, there's a lot of things in motion again. Got a lot of things done, which is really refreshing. And yeah, I mean, I overall good accomplishments this week. Next week, I think it's going to be a lot of the similar stuff to this week, but with a few actually finishing out the emails and things like that. So, yeah,